It was exactly 3 a.m. when my phone started ringing, not vibrating, not a notification, a full, loud ring, the kind that pulls you straight out of sleep. I remember checking the screen with half open eyes, expecting it to be a spam call or a wrong number. But there was no caller ID, just one line, unknown number. I almost ignored it. Honestly, I should have. But something felt off, like my mind was suddenly wide awake, like my body knew this call wasn't normal. So I answered. For the first 3 seconds, there was only silence. Then I heard breathing, slow, close, like whoever was on the other end was holding the phone right against their mouth. I said, "Hello?" What answered back wasn't a greeting. It was my name, soft, calm, and spoken like the caller had known me for a very long time. That was the moment I realized this wasn't a wrong number. And picking up that call was the worst decision I've ever made. I should have let it ring. That's the sentence that loops in my head every night when the room goes quiet enough for memory to get loud. People think fear is loud, screaming, running, chaos. It isn't. Real fear is quiet, just active. I forgot about it. That's the part that bothers me now. How easily the mind files away warning signs if daily routine is loud enough. 2 days later, the second call came, and that one removed all doubt. I was in a grocery store line holding a frozen meal and a bottle of dish soap when my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost smiled, ready to prove it was a scammer. I answered. Before I spoke, the voice did. "You chose the cheaper one this time?" My fingers loosened around the box. "Excuse me?" I said. "The blue label meal," he said. "You usually take the red." I looked down. He was right. My pulse stumbled. Ping. He was right, scanning the checkout area behind me. No one looking at me, no phones raised, no attention at all. "Where are you?" I asked. "Close enough," he said. He said. The line went dead. I didn't finish checking out. I left the basket right there, frozen meal, dish soap, everything, and walked straight out of the store like I just remembered I left the stove on. The automatic doors opened with that soft hydraulic sigh, and cold air hit my face. It should have helped me think. It didn't. My eyes scanned the parking lot in fast, jerky movements, cars, windshields, reflections, people loading groceries. Anyone holding a phone could have been him. Anyone looking down could have been watching me through a camera app. No one stood out. That was the worst part. If someone had looked suspicious, I could have attached the fear to a face. Fear likes containers. Without one, it spreads. I got into my car and locked the doors immediately, then felt stupid for doing it, like I was performing paranoia instead of feeling it. I checked the call log, no entry. Again, but this time I knew, absolutely knew. The call had happened while I was fully awake, fully alert, standing under fluorescent lights with a cart handle pressed into my ribs. I opened my recent apps thinking maybe it came through some VoIP service, some masked relay app. Nothing. My hands had started to shake now. Not violently, but enough that fine movement felt unreliable. Okay, I told myself out loud. There's a method. There's always a method. Data breach, camera hack, pattern guessing, social engineering, it brain trying to rescue animal brain. I drove home watching my mirrors more than the road. Twice I thought the same gray sedan was behind me through 3 turns, but when I slowed to test it, it passed without hesitation. Normal driver. No eye contact. Still, the sense of being tracked didn't fade. It sharpened. I spent that evening doing what I should have done after the first call. I audited my digital life, router logs, device list, unknown connections, nothing a thing. I ran malware scans on my laptop and phone. Deep scans, not quick ones. Clean, I changed passwords anyway. Enabled two-factor on everything. Revoked app permissions in bulk. At one point, I even covered my laptop camera with tape, something I used to joke about when clients did it. Around 10 p.m., I told myself I'd overreacted enough. Pattern seeking plus coincidence plus stress. That explanation held for almost 5 hours. At 2:57 a.m., my phone lit up on the nightstand, silently. No ring, just screen glow. I saw it because I wasn't asleep yet. I'd been drifting, that half state where thoughts blur, and the light cut through my eyelids. Incoming call, unknown number. My mouth went dry instantly. This time, I let it ring. My heart pounded hard enough that I could see my pulse in my vision, that faint rhythmic shimmer. It rang for exactly 3 seconds. Stopped. I exhaled. The relief was immediate and embarrassing, like I'd passed a test no one else knew about. Then my bedroom door handle moved. Not fully, just a small downward press. Metal click, my entire body locked. I stared at the door, didn't breathe, didn't breathe. Didn't blink. Slowly, very slowly, the handle returned to its resting position. No footsteps followed. No knock, no second attempt. Just silence. My brain began rapid fire explanation attempts, building pressure shift, old latch, thermal contraction, but I'd lived there 8 months. That handle had never moved on its own. My phone buzzed. Not a call, a text. Unknown sender, sender. No number shown. Just the same blank dash as the calls. The message contained a single line. A better when you let it ring. Doors are safer closed. My chest went hollow. I grabbed the bedside lamp and turned it on with shaking fingers, then got out of bed and crossed the room without taking my eyes off the door. I opened it fast. Hallway empty, lights off, still. I checked the apartment again. Faster this time, more aggressive, like speed itself could expose something hiding. Nothing. Locks intact. Windows sealed. No one inside. But when I came back to the bedroom, the chair had moved again. I'd angled this time. Closer. About a foot nearer the bed. Its eyes to me. I know how that sounds. I didn't believe it either. Not fully, even while looking at it. I actually measured the floor marks. Faint dents in the carpet where the legs had been before. They didn't match the new position. I didn't sleep at all after that. Morning brought anger instead of fear. Fear needs darkness and isolation. Sunlight gives you arrogance. I called my building manager and asked if maintenance had entered overnight. No. No master key use logged. I checked with the neighbor across the hall, an older woman who noticed everything. She'd heard nothing. I almost told her the story. Almost. But hearing it in my head spoken out loud made it sound unstable. Instead, I laughed and said my door had been sticking. That afternoon, I bought 2 indoor security cameras and a door wedge alarm. If someone was messing with me physically, I'd catch them. If it was digital, I'd prove it. Control returns quickly when you add equipment. It's fake control, but it works short term. I installed the cameras in the living room and hallway, both pointed toward entry points. Motion alerts enabled. Cloud backup on. That night, I kept my phone on silent and face down. At 3:00 a.m., it lit up again. I watched it happen. No sound, just glow. Incoming call. Unknown number. I let it ring. 3 seconds. Stop. No door movement this time. No text. I almost felt victorious. Then both security cameras went offline at the same moment. Same timestamp, 3:07 not disconnected. Not weak signal. Status showed. Device powered down. I checked the app logs. No remote command recorded. No firmware error. Just off. Both cameras on different outlets. Same second. Sure. I almost let it go. Then I noticed a thumbnail preview just before the gap. The last captured frame at 2:58 a.m. It showed my hallway, and my bedroom door was open. I always sleep with it closed. Always sleep with it closed. Always. I drove back home in a fog of adrenaline exhaustion, replaying the sentence. You were never the target. Variables get tested. Subjects get acted upon, which meant if the wording mattered, something else was the real focus. Someone else.